Hey guys, we're back with Everlasting Summer. I just had to redo my choices because I screwed up at one point. I'm assuming it's because I only had 5 points in a route. I'm just assuming that's what happened. Because you need 6 points to at least get onto the route. So, I didn't think about Oriana that evening. The thing with the cake is if it didn't even exist. Though I remembered well her resentful, disappointed face. In some situation, I would have never decided to come to her, but now I find reason to leave this place and to end the stupid hiking has appeared. Recalling that Olga told me to be prepared for new tasks, I decided not to ask her permission, and after choosing a proper moment, I disappeared into the woods. Night fell on the camp, normal night. I came to the square. Won't it look silly? What will I tell Oliana? Moreover, why do I go to her in the first place? My head was heavy, so there's no room in it for the development for any ideas. I'm just going to a 8-year-old's house cabin. Nothing suspicious. So it's better not to think about it and just act. But where should I go? Maybe to her cabin? What if she's not there? I found the asphalt. Good for me, I found time to stretch out my arms. Otherwise, I would have lost my nose. Gotcha! Quickly got up from the ground and spotted Loriana, who was staring at me. What are you doing? The shout came despite my will. You should be stargazing. You shouldn't be stargazing. Hold on. She answered viciously. Why did we smash my nose? Oh, I had broken my arm? I said more calmly. Well, neither of those happened. Listen, why do you always mock me? I already regretted the decision to follow the loneliness. Was today's punishment not enough? Can you even make any conclusions? It's entirely your fault. What exactly is my fault? Everything. You mean I'm to blame for all of this? Yes. She grasped her hands and just turned away. Great. Felt a desire to get away from this place as fast as possible. But as you came because I came here. What? I guess you're quite bored, given that everybody's hiking and you're alone here. I don't care, she yelled cheerfully. Well, if things are that way, what do you think I want to do? What do you mean? Well, if you came here because of me, such a thought had to come to my mind, although I don't really know why I came here for. After such a greeting, I no longer want anything to do with you. That's me to choose, said Oriana cheerfully and got lost in thought. Stared at her for some time, but didn't say it. Listen, if you're planning again too, I know. Let's get the others off. We'll dress up as ghosts, for example. It's gonna be fun. I don't find this funny in any way. Enough of that already. I'm entirely just broke it off. Maybe it's not such a bad idea. After all, until she thinks it over and gathers all she needs, Olga with the pioneers will be already back. If I came here because of Olga, I need to play along. Perhaps you're right. What? She's looking at you with her eyes wide open. Are you gonna agree just like that? Well, what's wrong with it? Furthermore, if you insist, she studied me attentively for several seconds, then rattled off. Excellent. Then we need some bed sheets. We want to look like real ghosts, don't we? Perfectly. You want to get them? Juliana announced and what do you think I'm gonna get them? Take them from your cabin, it's obvious. Of course it's not obvious for me. So what do you want? She just made a gloomy face. Okay. I recall the fact that there's spare bed linen sets in Olga's wardrobe, so maybe there's nothing to worry about. Came close to the camp leader's cabin. I said, Oliana, wait for me here. Sir, yes, sir. She rattled this off and saluted me. Then Oliana was entirely immersed by the game. Quickly found 2 white, clean bed sheets. It's a shame they're gonna get smudged. Here, take it. I handed her one of the bed sheets. It's too large for me, Oriana said, twirling it in her hand. Considering her height, no wonder. Give it to me. I folded the bed sheet in half and gave it to her. It's much better now. Follow me. She put the white material over and into the forest. Wait! I threw myself after her. Just a few minutes later, we were at the pioneer's halt, hiding behind the trees. I thought I was just gonna play along. I didn't think we were actually gonna do it. That was clear that the chick, harmless at first sight, was making an unpleasant twist. For some reason, I thought that from the start of the hike will have its end before Yana takes any action. But now we're gonna start 10 meters away from the pioneers, dressing in bed sheets. We're looking pendant at all. More like looking comically. Get ready on my command. Wait. Actually, I was joking when we agreed to this. Thinking again, it won't do any good. You'll get yourself under house arrest until the end of the shift. It's all a lie. Don't surrender. Are you ready on the count of 3? Started skirling all the possible outcomes in my head feverish. Toward many of them. First one, me and Oliana ran out from the end of the trees to start the pioneers joint laughter, resulting in me getting a considerable scolding from the camp leader, and possibly something even worse. And Oriana said it's the highest measure of punishment feasible under the law of the pioneer camp. Second one, I stay here to observe how the others with others how Oleana ended up from the glade in a bedsheet. She was sentenced to the highest measure, just like in the first option, and I stayed in relative safety. Third one, I'll do everything possible not to allow her to commit such a moral vandalism. No one suffers but her self-esteem. But did she... How did she put the fire out? It all could have gone well, but either that my thoughts took more than 3 seconds, Oriana shortened the count, so I didn't pull myself together in time. She sprang out from the glade, screaming inhumanly. As it was expected, all the pioneers laughed loudly. Someone even fell from the log on which she was standing and started rolling on the ground. I tried to save the day and yelled as loud as possible so Oleana wouldn't hear me, but not the others. Fool, stop it, come here! I don't know whether it's my persuasion that worked or I understood that her performance had failed, but she ran in my direction quickly and made no pause before getting concealed in the forest. I didn't linger to follow her. Such a finale left some tiny chance that she won't be punished again. It's good that I didn't show up in that tragic comical act. Now I need to find Oleana. It turned out not to be that hard, as she didn't manage to get far. Oleana was sitting on a tree stump, crying. I stood still in hesitation. Of course, such an outcome was worth expecting, but I had absolutely no idea what to do and how to comfort her. Besides, I came back to the camp intentionally and had agreed to participate, but it just got worse. As well as that, I was tired to death. At the moment, I wished it to be all non-existent. I just wanted to close my eyes and appear elsewhere, preferably in a quiet, peaceful place. But the sight of a sobbing Oriana obliged me to take action. I walked up to her and sat on the ground. Well, what are you expecting anyways? I began philosophically. It was sure to end up this way. It's you to blame for everything, you! Oriana shouted in tears. So what would you have changed if I'd sprung out with you back then? We both would have been laughed at, that's all. You always act that way, always. Her sobbing was becoming louder and louder, and then she rushed at me and started pounding on my chest with her fists. Hits were not that hard. It's most likely to be despair that gripped Oriana, and a real wish to beat me up. Calm down already, I said firmly. She started crying for a second and hugged me. Maybe nothing would have changed, but it would have been more comfortable for me if you went together. I didn't know what to say, so I just patted her on the head. May I stay like this for some more time? No. Yes. At that moment, she didn't seem dangerously exposed to nuclear reactor in the form of a little girl, but just a little sister. She's not a... it's my Emoto, of course! That's the Korean word for little sister, by the way. I wasn't mad at her. Furthermore, it seemed that I was still beginning to care about the failure of the ghost playing act. It's alright. We'll scare them properly next time. Yeah. Oh, is this legal? Oriana stopped crying and I didn't want to disturb her. She just calmed down. But I had absolutely no desire to stay in the forest overnight. Hey, let's go back to the camp. Shook her shoulder gently and there's no answer. Oriana fell asleep. Hey! Shook her harder. No effect. That moment I wanted to cry. What's this happening to me? Why did I get caught in this foolish situation always and everywhere? Even having suddenly appeared in a weird pioneer camp in the middle of nowhere, I don't become an experimental subject, a victim of a sick universal entity, or the participant of an intergalactic war on the side of a group of a suicide-prone pacifists, just like a regular hero of science fiction. Now instead, I ought to spend a night in the forest with a little girl in my arms, who's muffled in a bedsheet. Next time, I'd rather order some monstrous experiments. Stood up and put a sleeping Oriana on my shoulder. Maybe there existed a way to wake her up, but firstly, I didn't want to, and secondly, one more burden or one less, at that point it made no difference. It was good that way it wasn't heavy. At the square I stood still, put Oriana on a bench, and threw myself down beside her, totally exhausted. Even a little girl is hard to be carried for too long. The stars in the sky were shining brightly. Perhaps they give their light not only to me in this camp, but as well shine on the city where I was born, in my own home. It was as if some ache settled in my chest. Oh, oops. No, it's not long. More like a sad reminiscence of my old flat. How and why did I get here? It was glowing brightly in my mind again. I haven't been looking for answers much recently. No, I haven't been thinking about my situation much. My mind has been occupied with everyday routine. It's just... Oh, hey, I've read this before. This is reused dialogue. Wait a second, and I can't skip it! I don't know how much longer I had been devoted to existing thoughts, but Oriana's thought story brought me back to reality. So small, but story so loudly. I sighed, put Oriana on my shoulder, and headed to her cabin. Hey, Alyssa. I had no desire to explain everything, so I just put her on the porch, knocked on the door, and left quietly. I was approaching Olga's cabin with mingled feelings. On the one hand, I had done what I intended to do, and I had comforted and irritated Olga. On the other, two comfortable bedsheets in my hand looked more like rags left from a straitjacket. I opened the door and came in. Samyane! Olga was sitting at the desk, and it seemed like she was waiting for me. Can I explain something to me? Well, just don't scold her again. It's my fault. Just like that, I became a hero to my own surprise. Tongue acting faster than thoughts. Perhaps some of the best traits, which even I was aware of, have shown themselves. Humanity as opposed to common sense. Really? Having started this, I chose to stick to my decision. Well, it's me who got the bedsheets, and I was standing behind a tree back then. Behind what tree? She gave me a look in astonishment. So what did you need bedsheets for? I realized my failure. So you're not talking about the forest thing? Sabian, I don't understand you. I wanted to talk about why you disappeared so mysteriously during the hike. But now I had kindly listened to the bedsheet story. I don't know what you're talking about. But it couldn't be so that she and all the others haven't seen Oyana's performance. Pioneers laughing out loud couldn't have only been my imagination. Olga, I'm serious. Haven't you seen someone in the bedsheet who's spinning out at you lately? Oh, it was you? She gave me a close look. No, it was not me. Couldn't she figure it out by height? But the bedsheets are in your hand, yes? I couldn't understand if she was playing fool on me or if she didn't really know what this was all about. Let's act like this conversation never happened. I'm too tired for today. Alright, go to bed. To my surprise, she agreed. Thank you. Couldn't sleep. I just couldn't sleep. No thoughts in my head. Shut my eyes to drive them away, but it didn't work. Suddenly I heard knocking at the window. Olga seemed to be asleep. I just and walked outside. Oh, yeah. Now how did you manage me to carry me to the cabin? Wasn't it hard? You weigh like 2 pounds. Not really. What have you come for? Couldn't sleep, but at that moment, bed seemed to be the only place where I could reside with no suffering. How was she? Did you get scolded? Well, I avoided it somehow. It's great that I always get lucky. That much is sure. Soon that summer has finally come upon me. Look, I'm very tired. It won't take long. Close your eyes. See something to do. Close my eyes. Uh-oh. In the moment, I felt a brief kiss. How did she even reach? Oyana was already running away, waving her hand at me. I stood still, benumbed, and I couldn't even manage to shout anything after her. I don't know how long I stood like this, but eventually, in that chill cleared this stupor, I shivered and went to bed. Now was the time when I didn't want to be sleeping. I wanted to think it all through, but my eyes, which were beginning to close, I fell asleep. Okay. Well, guys, thanks for watching. We're now on day 6. We're getting there. We're almost to the Yola route. Then we'll finally understand. For some people have been telling me that, there's still a lot of open answers. Even after the Yola route. But, if that's true, I'm gonna just have to go make Everlasting Summer 2 myself. I'll make it. See you guys later.